No. Guys, to start you off tonight, it is my privilege to introduce you to the convention chairman of IFC, one of my closest friends. Why are you playing musical chairs down there? Ladies and gentlemen, your first act, Lord Panda! Tumbles the stairs, Panda.
That would have been an interesting way to start the show. Hello! Oh my goodness. Hello everyone, welcome to Indie Virgon Three-Headed Monster. How are you all doing tonight? Shall we start it off with a little song? Yeah! This is one I wrote for First Square. Because it was right around Christmas time and I got inspired about what it's like going to a furry convention. You know what song this is. Arrived at the FurCon, but I didn't plan ahead. Never booked a hotel room, so I've got no bed. I'm looking for crash space. I'll even take the floor. I'm hoping to pay cash, but they'll probably ask for backdoor. As I'm looking at the furries, there's not one familiar face. I only know Twitter icons, no one's gender or race. I finally found this guy from a fur meet from last year. He's still 1 year underage, so he'll take payment in beer.
Bring him vodka.
That doesn't rhyme well.
Make vodka rhyme.
Ouch!
I'm finally gonna fursuit, gonna have so much fun. It's an exact Chinese copy of my favorite one. As I enter into con space, everyone stares in woe. Oh, come on, he's been dead since at least 6 months ago. As I'm walking through the lobby, some people approach me. It's the hotel staff along with the convention security. We know about the booze that you bought for that young guy. You have broken the rules, so it is time to say bye. As I'm packing up all my stuff, I'm feeling so sad. Who'd have thought booze for minors would be so bad? I get into my car, then a smile comes to me. I can do this all again in a few months at AC. So I performed that for the first time at Alkali's convention, First Squared, in February this year, and it was fantastic. It was a great experience for 4 reasons. Number one, first of all, for those of you who don't know, if you are a con staffer, you already know the title to this song. For those of you who aren't staff, let me reveal it for you. That song is called, quite simply, "Don't Be That Guy." Please don't be that guy. Second of all, yes, that was Away in a Manger. A lovely Christmas song turned into a song about underage drinking and getting kicked out of a furry convention. You're welcome. And one of the things I'm most proud of that particular song is it made Kage drop his glass of wine. He walked into the room and going, "Oh, it's Three-Headed Monster time, I'm gonna go watch them perform." And I'm slowly singing the song, and you could see his face fall with each line of like, Oh. Ooh. And at one point, his hand just went, shh, and the glass fell. But he has great hand, like foot-eye coordination. His foot was just like, he just walked out. It's like, no. I do love Kage. Kage's a fun guy. I've got a lot of good friends in this fandom. My buddy Fur, for those of you who don't know, Fur's a wonderful guy. He's a DJ in the fandom. He is a fantastic performer, performs on stage with us. We have gotten fake married, engaged, and divorced at Who's Line about 12 times now. It's like every con, it's like, what did we do last time? Okay, back in the cycle. But he has a well-known history in the fandom of just being injured constantly. He has his own Twitter account, @isfurinjured. It's like, today, nope. Next day, nope. Tweet from Fur, going out for a bike ride, @isfurhurt, ... pending. Oh, I just hit a rock, ... Oh. I'm going to the hospital, ... we knew it. And I had an opportunity at Motor City FurryCon. We were going to do the fursuit parade, and they end their fursuit parade out on this grassy knoll across from the hotel. And I go up and I take photography photos from the roof down, and I go, hey Fur, you want to join me on the roof? He's like, yeah. And then I realized I invited the most accident-prone person in the fandom onto the roof of a hotel. Let's see what happens. We're up there, everything's going okay, we take the pictures, finally get down, and about a month after the convention, I get a letter in the mail. I'm like, I know this name, this is Fur's real name, what's he mailing me? I open it up, it's a thank you card. Dear Pandez, 98% of this fandom would have looked the other way or encouraged you to push me off that roof. You didn't. You are a true friend. Fur. This is the sort of stuff Fur and I do. It's fantastic. Another person who I'm very excited to see this weekend, Pepper Coyote is going to be here. Fox and Pepper performing. Pepper Coyote is an absolutely wonderful guy. I'm sure you've heard, his music. He has some interesting music. Did you know he's actually a timepiece aficionado? He collects watches and like pocket watches. He's got this amazing clock collection. And he even has a song about his favorite timepiece, his massive horse clock. It's fantastic. Oh, come on, you all know the words. There's no clock like horse clock. No better way to tell the time. There's no clock like horse clock. My favorite clock is shaped like an equine. So make sure, if you get a chance, go on Twitter tonight, download a picture of a horse and a clock, and tweet that at Pepper Coyote. He'll be landing tonight. When he gets off the plane, I want hundreds of tweets at him at Pepper Coyote. A horse, a clock, hashtag horse clock, no other context. My favorite time is when the big hand and little hand are touching. Anyway. Oh my goodness. Sorry, it has been a long, exhausting day. I was hoping to have a lot more material for tonight, but I am honestly completely brain dead. So, as your opener this evening, it is my duty, my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to bring up to the stage the one, the only, the guest of honor for this year, the one and only Xander.
Oh my god, I cannot live up to that. Thank you guys, Jesus. Oh, fun. Oh, I lost my clock. This is awesome. I know! There it goes. No! You fucker. Modern technology. An ad popped up as I'm trying to see the fucking time. Anyway.
What's the ad for?
It's a blank screen. I don't know if it's a statement about me or what.
I hate you.
Shake the exit flashlight. What the fuck? I don't understand. Anyway, yeah, apparently. Oh, sorry. Okay, so apparently I'm guest of honor. Thank you so much. I cannot live up to that. It's insane. And I couldn't see myself, you know, when I was with my guidance counselor 20 years ago, I couldn't say, where do you see yourself 20 years from now? Oh, on stage, in a dragon suit, telling dick jokes. Didn't see that happening. So, one thing is, I'm selling a CD in the dealer's den of our stand-up, and you should, if you see a meathead in a Hawaiian shirt, that's me. Come see us, and the reason I'm mentioning that is because I want to make a bunch of new material for you guys so you don't hear the same stuff you hear on the CD. And now, making new material I've gotten better at it as far as the first time, like, I'll run it by my audience brain about what's good and what's not good, what works on stage. And like, I've gotten pretty good at like what an audience would react to. But then again, hey Xander, you're the same guy who was the only one in art class to laugh out loud when the teacher said, this famous painter was accidentally hit by a train. Now hear me out, because I'm an artist, and I could totally see myself getting accidentally hit by a train. Because when I come up with my jokes, you ever see Sherlock where he goes to his mind palace?
Yes.
Well, at best I have a brain shack. And it's a lot like just a meth lab in the backyard because what I make there might explode in my face. So, my point is, like, I'll just get in that artist haze and thinking of things. And I can just see myself, oh, which came first? The pearl necklace or the pearl necklace? Like, it was a caveman, just like, you know, and they're like, oh, pretty, I make jewelry now. And it's like, he had an idea. Because I don't understand that, because like, personally, like, I've never approached orgasm with a partner and just be like, let's get creative. Like, you can't be accurate at all. Like, maybe if you're like a professional cake decorator. But usually you end up with something like Jackson Pollock. I guess you'd be like, oh, there's a happy little bush. I don't know. So these are the thoughts that I have as I'm wandering along, and I'm like, oh, hey, this sidewalk has steel beams. Wham! And that's how I could totally see myself getting hit by a train. Plus, this famous painter, what was his last act in life? He painted the train! That's poetic. I could not explain that in art class. Anyway, so one thing I love about driving through Indiana, and I haven't seen any recently, but I see them all the time, was big billboards for Tom Raper RV. Has anyone seen these? Yes. So, the balls on this guy to name his business after himself, where a rape can happen. I can't fathom that kind of just confidence. Like, that just sounds like something out of like Backwater Clue. Like, rape happened, I think it was Jethro, and the Tom Raper RV with the candlestick. But like, that would be like, hi, here at our veterinarian offices of Phil Dogfucker, we get behind your pet. So I admire the guy. Anyway, I can read my own writing. I'm 37 now, and I'm old. Woo! Yeah. So now, I would like to think that I matured, but then I have those moments every once in a while that just shows I haven't grown up at all. Like I was out with a friend, and like it's a dark night, and I saw a lit up sign for a county market. And I'm like, hey, I hope the O goes out. I know, I'm sorry, but that's what came to my mind. So anyway, that's my great transition. Anyway, it's 80s, or it's I love the 80s, if you will. That's the theme of the con. I spent I grew up in the 80s, I was born in 1980. And I know this is hard to believe, but in the 1980s, the Russians were the bad guys, and we were under threat of nuclear attack. Isn't that fucking crazy? I know. But one thing I'll never forget, my family was always a little weird. And you know how you never know until like later that you realize your family's weird? Like, my whole family drives Pontiac cars. And if I told you, like, oh, we're a Pontiac family, like, oh, he owns a casino, cool. But anyway, my parents were hanging out in the back porch with their friends, and they saw something in the neighbor's window. Like, oh my God, there's somebody up there. What is it? I don't know. It's a dark figure. I can see it. What is it? I don't know. And so my dad's friend comes over, looks up the window, goes, it's Lionel Richie! They saw an intruder that was a poster of Lionel Richie on the wall and thought our neighbors were being robbed. So my parents might be a little racist, I don't know. Maybe if like they flipped it upside down so you dance it on the ceiling, you recognize it or something. But like I like Lionel Richie, and a lot of my 80s heroes have not aged so gracefully. It's really sad when I think about it. Like, Hulk Hogan's a racist, Cosby's a rapist, and Michael Jordan is crying. He's a meme where he's always crying. I'm like, he's the best basketball player of all time. Because I had dreams of like, being an NBA player like Mike and all that stuff. But the most I ever was like Michael Jordan is we both got fatter. That's the most I heard. Like if I hit the buffet line and it's like, sometimes I dream that he is me. Anyway. I'm being like Mike right now. Anyway, I just folded this. This is awesome. One thing I always hated in the 80s, now that I think about it, was these kid movies that empowered kids. Like, yeah, we can beat the adults. And I always wondered, like, how many dead kids that was responsible for. Because there was all these movies where, like, the kids, like, yeah, we know karate and everything, yay! And I could just see, like, how many, like, Jimmy sees a movie, and he throws a crane technique at some kid, and he gets blocked into the candy van. Then he wakes up in a basement and just screaming, 3 ninjas lied to me! But anyway, then I have to see him on a milk carton, and I can't finish my Golden Grams. Anyway, so I've had a lot of jobs. One of my first jobs was actually as a movie clerk. And if you don't think you can lose your job to automation, I lost my job to an actual red box. That sounds like some fucking Doctor Who shit. I'm sorry. But anyway, one of my favorite things was like people would rent movies together to hide their porn purchases. Like a guy just came up to the counter and rented together like Schindler's List, and under that was Titty Gangbang. And I know he was using it to cover it, like, but in my mind I just want to be like, kinky. I did it, I'm not an asshole. But anyway, the worst job I actually had before that, where I was a soccer ref for Pee Wee soccer. Has anyone ref kids? Anyway, that's me. Anyways, this was one of the first jobs I could get, and like first grade kids. First of all, the parents are constantly yelling at you, and they're falling over. That was a foul. But the thing is, they have the balance of like an upside down lawn dart. So they're constantly falling over. No one's touching them, they're just falling over. And they don't know how to play soccer yet, right? So it's just a cloud that you see with a ball in the middle. That's all the children. If you squint, it really looks like an adorable hate crime. Like if you just look, like out of the corner of your eye, it looks like someone's getting jumped into the lollipop guild. Wizard of Oz was a weird movie though. Like I always come back to that, and you know it's like the big gay movie and everything. But like Dorothy comes in, kills a witch, and takes her shoes. Wouldn't you be pissed if someone took your sister's shoes too? Like what the fuck is this, Skyrim?
Stop right there, criminal scum.
That's right. So speaking of movies, we don't go to the movies too often anymore because whatever reasons, just Netflix and stuff like that at home. But,
I mean, walk into our
and so, but we went to the movies theaters recently, and there was this one trailer where it's like kids depressed and they're in juvie, and they're getting bullied, and we can make it together, whatever. And then it flashes. Power Rangers. I'm just gonna assume every trailer that's like that is a dark reboot of my childhood in some way. There's just like opens up on an apartment where there's just rappers and there's someone eating in the corner. Jerry, you can't keep eating sugar. It's gonna kill you with your diabetes. It's the only thing that brings me joy. Candyland. Or there's like, Joe Bob was the greatest skyscraper firefighter, but he loved his heroin. Nicolas Cage in shoots at ladders. So I love conspiracy theories in the same way that, like, you know, car accidents are fun to watch. But it's kind of adorable and scary at the same time. Like, there is a flat earther movement of people who think the earth is flat. And when I first heard of this, I'm like, did the Amish get Wi-Fi? No, that's what they believe and whatever. I guess that's cool. It's true, look it up. But there's also like a big Bigfoot fandom, if you will, that like, and they've never really seen Bigfoot, they just have that shitty footage, but there's whole conventions of people that get together to see Bigfoot. And I don't know much about their fandom and their culture. What I do know is that I have a 6'8" boyfriend with a ferret fursuit. It would be like Christmas in that convention. Oh my God, it's Bigfoot! He's adorable! I burned through my material way faster than I thought it was. Oh well. One thing I saw was something about Howard Stern. I don't know if he still believes this, but that's what I saw. He wrote it, so whatever. He was like, oh, well, I got therapy, and sometimes I wonder if gays could get therapy and fix that shit because I think they're just avoiding responsibilities. Because that's how dicks work, apparently. What? He thought you could get therapy and, like, fix the gay. That's not how we react. I don't, like, jerk off to an empty lawn that doesn't have kids running around in it, or like the thoughts of a 2-income household. That's not anywhere in my FA favorites, okay? And I think it's funny because when you grow up coming out to yourself, like it was very traumatic for me trying to figure it out because like it or not, like it's like the ultimate lie detector. Like, you'll just be looking around and surfing, and all of a sudden you're just like, whoop, like, oh, so this is what we're into, huh? Okay, whatever. because the thing is, it's true, and I hate to say it, but dicks can be racist and sexist. That's why we say, don't be a dick. That's why we say that. I know, it's terrible. That's whatever. Moving on. Yeah, this bit is going to sound racist. I know. I know some of you are getting out your cell phones like, okay, hashtag clan dragon.
Hashtag get some honor racist.
Yes, please don't do that. Like I said, it's going to sound that bad. Like I said, this is new material, so whatever. I always love like ghosts and ghost stories or whatever. Like we actually went on a, what do you call that, ghost tour and whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, like all of these ghosts are just white guys. Why is that? It's always just some white guys like, I just paid off my mortgage. Like we live in Chicago. Why are the streets of Chicago not filled with ghosts? I don't understand. But the thing is, like, I use, like maybe it's like a Photoshop thing, where it's like an additive thing, and maybe just, you can't see them. It's like, boo, motherfucker, boo! I don't make the rules, maybe that's it. Maybe just pass on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyway, they always say like being a ghost is like, you know, you're kind of stuck here before you go on the afterlife. And either that or you're just like an echo. And anyone seen The Shining?
Which one?
Yeah, I want the job of the ghost who just gets blown by the bear fursuiter. That seems like a pretty good gig. Like, oh, someone's coming down the hall with a knife. Get in position. Here we go. Come on, boo-boo. Alright, sorry. It's a bear. He had a bear suit. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna do some old stuff because, like, yeah, I burned through this stuff so fast. I'm sorry, I'll play. I heard a podcast about depression. I listen to a lot of podcasts. And this guy's like, well, hey, when it comes to depression, you can get on the sad bus or you can get on the happy bus. I'm like, this guy has never been on a bus. There is no happy bus. Have you been on the city bus? It's like you're the filling of a rolling hate Twinkie. But, you know, I try to occupy myself, you know. There's like PSP and Vita and or 3DS. But actually, my favorite handheld is my penis. But if I bring out that on the bus, then suddenly I ruin Christmas. So. Oh, boy. So as you can see, think about, for some reason I decided to, you know, tell stand-up in fursuit or whatever. People ask what it's like to wear a fursuit, and I've told them it's a lot like having fake tits. Sure, it's uncomfortable and really expensive, but look at me! And although they won't get you out of a traffic ticket unless you're like really persuasive with a squeaker. But, it's funny, I had a friend on Twitter who was just like, hey guys, I'm just gonna run around and chase cars all day. Hashtag dog things. I can't really do that as a dragon. And he was like, hey guys, I just want to burn down someone's house and eat their children. Hashtag dragon things. Anyway, what's up? Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah, I can't believe how fast I went through this shit. It's amazing. You're going to have to talk a lot. No, I'm just kidding. What else? Who loves holidays? Woo, holidays. My favorite holiday is actually the 4th of July.
Yeah.
Because we do because it doesn't, in America, we do the things that America does best. Eating and blowing shit up.
Yeah!
I'm surprised by now we just haven't made the exploding pizza. It's like, boom pizza. It's like a drone for your mouth. We tested boom pizza on an ISIS member, and it's official. All 500 pieces of them love Boom Pizza. I also like parkour. Like I was watching parkour. If you don't know, it's French for concussion. And it's cool and everything. And they say it's like the shortest way to get from point A to point B. But every time I see it on TV, it's some skinny foreigner running away from James Bond. Like, they flip over a wall and James Bond runs through it like an American. And I say American because I know James Bond isn't American, but he's an honorary American. Because he treats foreign women the way America treats foreign countries. Listen, hear me out. He finds one that interests him, screws it, and they die. Like I said, I can't believe how fast I went through this stuff, so I just have one more story for you guys. I saved this up. It's very special to me. I learned something very special recently. If you're going to have sex, don't leave the TV on. Now let me explain. Recently, it's a very special occasion when me and Alkali can actually do things together. Because usually one of us is like half passed out. Like, it would probably be illegal if we haven't known each other for 8 years. but you were cool with that? I'm cool with that. Yeah, cool. Okay, we're good. So anyway, it was a special day he got home early and we were both awake. And whatever, we went to bed early and we had something on the TV. And it was that CNN 80s thing, because I kind of wanted to find 80s things for this con to make fun of. And it was 80s TV or something like that. Now, we kind of lost interest and, okay, how do I put this delicately? We start fucking. He's going at me, if in case you don't know the logistics and don't look at my FA account. Anyway, we're going at it, and I swear to God, right as I'm about to reach orgasm, I hear on the TV, and that's when they made the television show about the Holocaust. Wait, I can't do this. I can't kill millions of Jews while there's millions of Jews being talked about. This is just wrong. So but he's oblivious to what's going on. I was okay, don't say anything. Just let this segment pass. It'll go away. I'm wait a minute. Maybe is this payback when I was the movie clerk for the Schindler's List sex thing? Is this retribution 20 years later? But then, wait. Actually, this is kind of nice and poetic because, he's got a big Jew fro and I'm part German, and he's screwing me. So it's the reverse of what's going on TV. That's kind of nice. I like that. Okay. I'm gonna let this go. And so, it goes and goes. It seems like it's never going to end. Oh God, thank God, they're getting to the next segment. And that's when they go, and that's when they came out with Roots. Roots was about slavery. And I was oh fuck, I can't do anything else without revealing myself. So my last thought before, I'm sorry, Kunta Kinte. And so later, when I was Alkali, did you notice what was going on the TV? He's no, what? Don't worry, I'll tell you on stage at IFC. I love you.
Oh.
am so telling the beer story. This guy, your guest of honor, has one of the darkest senses of humor, as he proves throughout his set. But that's not just his set. We're like that in real life. We have bets going with each other, usually while sitting on the couch, that start with silence. You know I'm gonna die first. And then he looks over at me, bitch, please. My heart skips beats. I'm like, I can't stop eating Twinkies. He's like, Twinkies are delicious. I'll raise you the goalpost of fast food heaven and hell that I pass every day. Like, I can't feel my left arm right now. And from the other room, our roommate B goes like, I will fucking kill you both. Shut up. Oh, you too. It has been absolutely wonderful creating the show with these two wonderful people. Their comedy inspires me, but not quite as much as living with this psychopath. Because one night he had beer for dinner. Some of you may know this, Sander and beer don't really get along. It's kind of like a nuclear reactor, but instead of fission or fusion, it's just pudding. And that's what he did. Let me give you the full story. Because this jackass has told this story on stage before, but I'm taking it and telling them what really happened. The night began. He said, Alkali, what should I drink tonight? I said, tequila. He said, no, I don't want anything that's going to get me that fucked up. I'll stick to beer. I don't keep normal bottles of beer in the house. They are wine bottle sizes of beer. He drank 3. And that's when he decided, in his drunken wisdom, that it was time for Guinness. Because what's better for an empty stomach filled with beer than basically liquid bread with booze? So my mate, this glorious man, drank Panera Cafe. And as we laid down for bed that night, I fell asleep. Now, he'll tell you, once I am out, I am out. It's very difficult to wake me up. He figured it out. Because, like the television show he was watching, the Holocaust happened in my bed. That son of a bitch let out something that was so inhuman and tone deaf that I shot straight up out of the bed and screamed, did you shit the bed? Now bear in mind, at the time it took me to say that, he was still farting and giggling. Now here's the rest of that story that he never bothers to tell. I kicked him out of the bed because I had to open windows. I'm not talking about the bedroom windows. The kitchen paint was peeling. When I opened the window, the vacuum from inside the house started pulling furniture into the outdoors. That's why we have a fireside chat. Those chairs all used to be in my living room. He went into the washroom. Now, he has a very strange thing that he likes to do. And you will know this if you have ever been in a bathroom with him. And I'm not being perverted, unless you have. If you go into any public restroom with this gentleman, this is what it sounds like. Yeah. Whoops. Gotta get rid of that cake. What are those lips made of? No one will know. Well, this time he was drunk. This is what came from the bathroom. Oh, yeah. you've ever done for me. Hey, Xander, who are you talking to? You'd like to know? A few minutes later, comes walking out of the bathroom, coming back into the room, like, are you good? It's like, I think so. And then he just stands there. You're holding one in, aren't you? He just turned around and walked out of the room. Thank you for staying out of the room for an hour. Really. Strange things happen in bathrooms. Strange things. I have way too many bathroom stories, I'm just now realizing. Because, not this con, but Motor City Fur Con, I was approached in the bathroom. I was washing my hands at the sink. A gentleman came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder. Hey, do you know where we can score any weed? I'm wearing the hat and the jacket. You better know not to ask me that. And I turned around, and his friend goes, dude, that's the finance guy. And his friend goes, that just means he knows where to get it cheap. Well played. I gotta hand it to him. That takes balls. And a Jewish heart. These things happen. I promised you guys at Convention Horror Stories that I would tell this story. I made fun of Xander. Now we're going to go over to Dez. You've probably heard this one before. Who has never seen Three-Headed Monster before? Who has never seen us perform? We have a few new people in the crowd. Awesome. That is really cool. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate you being here. I have a rule. Once I tell a story on stage at Anthrocon, I usually retire the story. So I've been not telling this story for quite some time. I told it at Anthrocon 2 years ago. And this is the origins of one of my least favorite panels. Mistake. You know it as MST3K or Kill Alkali panel. Who was here Thursday night for MST3K? Screw you.
Fuck you!
Fuck you too.
Flag Ninja!
Flag Ninja, oh my god. Flag Ninja might be the new one. We've had Torch, which almost killed me. We've had Flag Ninja, which almost killed me. And Center Screen Wipe. That was bad. The very first time we came up with this panel, we were trying to come up with something new. That's something that we all like to do, especially the four of us. We like having new panels at conventions, stuff that nobody's seen before. But you know what? MST3K, that just sounded like it made sense. We're furries. We like movies. We like making fun of things. We like yelling at each other. This is perfect. So we set up MST3K, furry style. We chose the movie Battlefield Earth. Oh, yeah. And we were talking to each other. We said, guys, make sure you watch the movie once before we go there and come up with some stuff. You know, do whatever you need to do. We'll be able to shout at the screen and entertain everybody. I forgot. So I didn't watch the movie. Xander didn't have that kind of time, but Dez watched it twice. Dez watched it twice and made himself a whole set of things to talk about this movie, and he sat down, he was ready to go, and he's so excited, he's like, guys, what did you write for me? Oh, I haven't seen it. He's like, no, you're right. He's like, fuck you both. Sorry. Because as the movie started, he's getting in his quibs, but we realized something very quickly. We didn't need to say a thing. Because you guys took care of it all. You were just yelling dick jokes at the screen. That's way better than we were going to do. This is fine. But we're not going to sit up there. We created this panel. We're not going to just sit up there and do nothing. So what could we possibly do? Why don't we turn it into a drinking game? We had booze. You had money. I had a top hat. All right, let's start making rules. And you guys started paying to make rules that we would drink to. And one of you came up with center screen wipe. Every time there's a center screen wipe, take a drink. I would like to describe to you a scene in Battlestar. Wait, what's the name? Battlefield Earth. I want to call it Battlestar Galactica. I am a nerd. Do you not remember what happened to my father? Center screen wipe. Drink. I am his father and I loved my son. Center screen wipe. Drink. This is the last chance we will see each other, father. Goodbye. Bang. Center screen wipe back to the father. He died. Bang. Center screen wipe back to him. Everything hurt. He drank 3/4 of a bottle, a handle of Malibu rum, and then went over to, if I remember correctly, ice? Is that what you were drinking?
Vanilla vodka.
Vanilla vodka, that's right. That is what he consumed. And I went to end the panel after this horrid movie, and I was feeling it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being at MST3K. I'd like to thank this person, and Pandas. Uh-oh. I made a mistake. We gotta get him back to his room. All right, everyone, clear up the room. Thank you very much. We got everyone out. And Pandas, who is laying on the table. All right, Des, time to get up. And he pushed us away. Wait a minute. Table. You held all of our booze, even the bad ones. There were some bad ones. I think. My hand has been all over you, but you didn't mind. You barely sued. Thank you. Okay. Table. Let's get him up. So we start to lift him out of the chair, and he throws us this time. Wait a minute. Chair. Chair, you supported me like no man ever could. You took my shit, Chair. You took my shit. I farted once. No one called me out on it. That was you, Chair. That was you. Oh, we are in so much trouble. We have to get into his room right now. So now we are ushering him out of this room. He is playing ping pong ball with people, just bang, bang, bang. And we get him to the door, and he opens his hand, shoot. Door, you kept the riff-raff out. You don't need to be locked. You don't need to be open. You're just a door. And I love you. We're gonna get shot. We dragged him through the hotel. Now this is one of the nicest, most polite people you will ever meet in your life. He thanked and told them that he loved them. Every person we passed in the hallway. And we were not at a con by ourselves. There were random people walking around, and this is like, I love you! Yeah, thank you for being here! And this older woman was like, well, that is so polite. We finally get him to the elevator. He looks at the walls like, I haven't seen anyone push 14 yet. And just hits 14, a random ball. 14, you don't get enough love. I am so sorry, 14. And talked to 14 the whole way up. When we tried to hit his floor, 16, he's smacking our hands away like, you do not compete with 14. He needs us. And we finally get all the way up to his floor. We're going down the hallway. We are flanking this guy, trying to get him to his room when he goes Super Saiyan. He went, and we went, oh. And he turned towards the wall and put his hand on the fire alarm. And we froze. Fire alarms happen. But if he doesn't, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. Fire alarm. You get a bad rap. People really press your buttons. But even I'm not that drunk and walked into his room. The final love story. And that is one of my all-time favorites. That was the night where we started to get to know each other much better. I found out you're a very lovey-dovey kind of guy. And way stronger than you look. Also, you're kind of a dick. Sometimes. Oh, guys. Xander, like he said, he blew through his material, which, by the way, I was blown away. I had not heard half of that. Dude, you're something else. You are seriously something else, and if you ever tell that other story again, I will fucking murder you. Good times, but stop. So tonight, when I came up here, I planned on telling you the few stories. I did want to give you this one. That being said, I was doing a shorter skit, so I'm going to go to you guys for one last one. I've got a little bit of time left. I just did Anthrocon, which means I retired all those stories. I'm in the midst of working on a few new ones. They are terrible. I don't mean comedy-wise, I mean, oh God, why? And you're a part of most of them. This is what my life has come to. Stop. So if there is an old story that you would like to hear, oh God.
Tell about the box spring.
Tell about the fire.
You ass!
Now you gotta tell. I haven't heard of it.
Alright, apparently tonight is the night of sex. Let's do this. Oh my God, I forgot about this. I have hardwood floors. Who in here has hardwood floors?
Nope.
Keep your hand up if you have hardwood floors and are gay. Keep your hand up if you have hardwood floors, are gay, and are sexually active. Alright, you guys know what an ice rink is. Because here's what happens when... I saw the door open and I was just like, is security already? Here's what happens when lube touches hardwood floors. Scaling. And we know this because of his cat. His cat borrowed a bottle of lube and was just fucking swatting it all over the floors. That's the mystery lube, I'm convinced. So, how do you clean up lube when you're drunk? You mop it up. Whee! So our floors are sick. Well, one night, gotten home from work, I'm tired, but not too tired. Pour myself a big glass of water, put it on my counter, across the bed as I'm staring at Xander, who is laying in bed, staring at his cell phone, naked, kind of making weird gyration motions, just to annoy or entice me. I can't tell which. Like, this seems fun. So things started to happen. Now, my bed is on legs on a now ice rink, slicked up hardwood floor. Now what I can only imagine is the legs under the weight of what I can only call animal lust, and I call it that because I am an animal, you know, the fatter kind, like an orangutan. And those bed legs must have started going like this. And all of a sudden, while I was behind him, possibly reading him a bedtime story, you don't know. You don't know what we do in our bedroom, unless you do. There was a gunshot as the box spring underneath my mattress broke. Now there's no longer any kind of support for this box spring because both legs have gone meh. The mattress went meh, and I'm trying to hold on to him, but once again, lube, he's basically an ice cube, like fell backwards, did a somersault into my cabinet, and got doused with the water that I had put on top of it a moment ago. And in Kramer-like style, glass of water, and this asshole is dying laughing on a broken bed. This is my life. Oh, I forgot about that. Thanks. Guys, this has been the Three-Headed Monster. Can I please get my two probation instructors? Guys, thank you so much for being here. Your guest of honor, Xander the Blue. Your convention chairman, Pandez. My name is Alpha. Thank you very much, and good night. Hold on, we just told you a bunch of sex stories and that's the gay part? Hey, this, for an encore, sing the Virgin song.
You got time.
One song? Hey, Jess.
Do we really want to hear the Virgin song? All right. Pandez the Virgin had a microscopic cock. He had some friends who tried to help him out, but he was too small to dock. Pandez the Virgin knew he would never get laid, so he spent his time running furry cons, for which he never got paid. We need to work on that.
No.
Then one day at IFC, this girl came up and said, "Oh, Pandez, I just adore you. Come join me in my bed." Ooh. Pandez the Virgin had been kind of shy of girls, but the way that this one looked at him made his cock unfurl. Up to the third floor, where he stayed in 366. They took off their clothes, hopped on the bed. She reached down for his dick. There must have been some magic in that condom he put on, for when it rolled down to the base, his dick was a foot long. Humpity hump hump, humpity hump hump, look at Pandez go. Humpity hump hump, humpity hump hump. I think I'm gonna blow. Humpity come come, humpity And as the Virgin was not a virgin anymore, though it was kind of hard to take pride in that at the age of 44. And as the Virgin had to hurry on his way. But don't you cry, guys, you can give it a try. He'll be back again someday.